Hey guys, this is Double A, also known as APT, and today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new album Mastermind by none other than that critically acclaimed rapper and very well-known drug trafficker, Rick Ross. Now, as you know, Rick Ross, or Freeway as he was sometimes called, ran a huge cocaine trade operation during the 1980s and... Wait, what? Oh, we're not talking about that Rick Ross. Well then, whose album did I just listen to? What? Are you serious? Oh, dang it, well, I can't call him Rick Ross. I mean, I actually know the real Rick Ross, and he would not appreciate that. What's his real name? Oh, okay, fine. Well, we're gonna just start this thing over, shall we? So, since 2006, when he dropped his first album, Port of Miami, William Roberts II has released numerous albums where he basically gives off the same persona. A former drug peddler who tells numerous tales of drug dealings and run-ins with the law, living a lavish lifestyle, hooking up with a bevy of beautiful women who are down to do anything he asks them to do, and of course, being a boss. Thank you. It's this character that he's created that has become known for the past 8 years. And on his new album, Mastermind, not much has changed. But the question is, does this new offering differ at all from his previous releases, and is it worth buying? First, I'll give you the good, then the bad, and then my overall synopsis. If there's one thing Mr. Roberts has always been good at, it's beat selection. And this album is no different. Mastermind's instrumental selection, it's lavish and varied, with each song having its own distinct feel while at the same time helping the album itself feel like a cohesive piece. Now, some of the beats feel similar to ones he had on previous albums, like the one for Rich's Gangster.
I came back a rich nigga, young mogul, Bo Jackson, I'm a switch hitter.
On other songs, however, Bill experiments with new sounds like Mafia Music 3.
I got a new style of shoes, master watching the face. Bill Belichick coaching and calling the shots.
Which has a Caribbean feel to it, man. The beats alone help some of the weaker songs more tolerable, which I'll get to in a minute. Another strong point about the album are the choruses. The boss has become a mastermind when it comes to crafting catchy hooks that will stay in your head for days after you've heard them. Me, myself, I was walking around my apartment singing the chorus to Black and White for hours after hearing it. Same thing with Devil Is a Lie.
The devil is a lie, bitch, I'm the truth.
Where his excitement in delivery of the key line just begs to be recited back. Lastly, the guest features on here are great. By now, we're all used to the standard Jay-Z feature on his album, represented here on, again, Devil Is a Lie. But you also get features from Kanye West, Lil Wayne, and former foe turned partner in rhyme, Young Jeezy, on War Ready.
So you can start your own alphabet with all them G's. Open up 100 doors with all them keys.
All the features on this album have definitely come to show out, and they do so with verses that really stand out and make the tracks that they're on even more enjoyable.
But with me, you know I got it.
Unfortunately, the guest stars only help to highlight a major problem with the album, specifically with William Roberts II himself. Now, for the past year, I've done reviews for albums by other veterans in the game, such as Jay-Z, Kanye West, Eminem, Drake, and even some of the newer ones like J. Cole. And despite these artists being around for so many years or being on X album, each of them were able to drop albums where they were talking about new ideas or trying out new flows and delivery patterns, or even mentioning new things that happened in their lives to show some kind of growth. Well, with Mastermind though, it really feels like Rose is starting to run on fumes a bit. There's only so many stories one can tell about selling drugs or being a dope boy kingpin before it starts to all kind of sound the same. And on here, he mentions cocaine a lot. Like, a lot. Like, so much you could probably make a drinking game about it. Okay, guys, so you know the rules, okay? When he makes either a drug reference or says something about cocaine, we're gonna take a shot, all right? Ready? We're gonna play it? Here we go. Oh, there it is, take a shot! Oh, we're gonna catch him to you. Ready? Go, hold on. I can't, no, you know the rules, Yeah, do it again.
2 minutes later.
Oh God! Why? I can't. In fact, you could probably switch out some of the lyrics on these songs with ones that he's done on previous albums, minus the choruses, of course, and it wouldn't really make much of a difference. Now, on top of that, much of his line delivery and flow patterns haven't really changed either. Many of the verses sound almost monotone and lack variety. They don't really change much from song to song, and there were several instances where the beat would actually pique my interest in the song, but as soon as he started rapping, I would either be like, oh great, here we go again with more drug talk, or I would like darn near fall asleep from being lulled by his lazy delivery. Now again, this is highlighted by the guest artists on the album who are doing all they can do to upstage him. In fact, in the song Nobody,
Nobody till somebody kills you.
Robert's verses, which are delivered similarly to the way Biggie did it on the original version of this song, they're not even the best part of the song. That actually goes to Diddy, who's wild yelling while talking to some of his associates during the interludes in the track.
These niggas with these fucking silly looks on their faces
Actually have me like laughing hysterically. Like, Diddy's not even rapping on the song, and his part is more memorable than the main artist. No bueno, man, no bueno.
Bitch, I'm a don. Can you relate?
By now, if you're a fan of William Roberts II's music, well, you pretty much know what to expect with each release. You're gonna get great beats, a lot of drug talk, and lots of good guest spots. Now, me personally, I wish that he would start to expand on some of his subject matter or talk more about what's currently going on in his life instead of always having to reach back to his alleged drug dealing past to make all these songs. Mastermind is not really like a bad album. It just doesn't really stand out against some of his other peers' albums in the rap game who are more willing to be experimental or talk more about their lives. Now, with that said, his beat selection coupled with some stellar choruses and wisely chosen guest features helped save this from being an unenjoyable listen. So if you're already a fan of the boss, thank you again, you will not be disappointed. My score for the Mastermind album is a 7 out of 10. Anyway, that's all for now. I'm Double A, and I'll catch you guys on the next review. I'm out. Peace.
Potential setups, see me as a promotion, tax charges, etc. Confiscated the whips, concentrating on flips, contemplating.